The Danceology podcast interviews the great masters of dance, the working professionals starring in today's most exciting shows, and the rising stars ready to amp up the craft. I'm your host, Edyta Stawinska from Dancing with the Stars. Join me as I dive into the world of dance, uncovering unique stories and the fascinating personalities of industry professionals on Danceology. Zara Silver, thank you so much for coming on to Danceology. How are you today? Where are you? I hear some music in the background.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I'm in my apartment building in their little common area, and it's just like really, there's usually like no one in here, so I thought this would be a good place to do it. And I mean, I'm great. I'm super excited to be here with you today.
Well, thank you. And you live in Los Angeles, correct?
Yes, I do.
But you are originally from Russia.
I am, yes.
So, do you speak Russian? Tell me about
I
your heritage.
don't.
How old when? Go
Hmm?
ahead.
Sorry, no. What were you saying?
Do you speak Russian?
I don't. I wish I did, though.
Yeah. How old were you when you moved?
I moved, I was almost 4. I was 3, but it was like a couple weeks before I turned 4.
Got it. So you're a baby. You probably don't remember
No,
anything.
I don't.
And did you move to LA straight from Russia, or are you here because of the industries here, the dance industry?
Yeah, I'm here for the dance industry. I was born in Russia and then I was adopted and came to America. I first lived in Maryland and then at age 12, I moved to Florida. And then that's when I started to pursue dance. And then I'm now here for college and I plan to probably stay out here for the rest of my life. I really like it.
I bet you do. It's really
Yeah.
an amazing place
Yeah.
to be as a upcoming dancer or an
Mhm.
artist or anyone who has anything to do with entertainment. You are adopted. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the story behind it. Your American parents adopted you
Mhm.
and brought you here from Russia.
Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
Biological siblings or
Obviously,
yeah.
your step siblings.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I have a brother. He's 21, so we're super close in age. I just turned 21. We're 9 months apart. So that's really nice, obviously, to have someone close in age as me. And I mean, it's just the whole process has been amazing. My parents are just, they're the best. They're so loving. I've never ever felt any different than my brother, which is amazing. So I'm just super grateful to have such a loving family.
Are your parents Russian?
My dad is, and that's why they, because my mom always knew she wanted to adopt a child, and my dad's Russian, so he was like, what if we adopt someone from Russia? So they actually flew all the way over there to meet me, which is really sweet. Yeah.
May I ask why your mom always wanted to adopt a child?
She's the most loving and caring human ever. And I'm just so truly every day inspired by her. She's always rescuing animals and helping out people. She just has the kindest heart ever.
Are you on your own right now in Los Angeles, or your parents are here with you?
No, my parents are in Florida, but I have a roommate out here that I met through dance, which is really nice.
So you mentioned that you started dancing at age 12, correct?
Yeah.
That's really late. Okay, I bet you did gymnastics or something before that.
So, as soon as my parents brought me over to America, I just would do cartwheels everywhere. And so they were like, she's definitely going to be a dancer or a gymnast. I just always, I just had something in me. It's probably just in my blood. And then I did cheerleading for a little bit when I was 6 years old. And then I would do gymnastics. I tried out like 10 different gyms and I would do it for like a week and then I would quit. it just, I don't know why. I really loved the floor aspect of gymnastics, but then when it came to beam or bar, it for me. And then I would always, whenever I came home from school, I would choreograph a dance and then show my dad or my mom. So it was always a passion of mine, but I never actually started training until I was 12.
But I bet the gymnastics prepared your body for it and gave you the flexibility and the agility because the things that you do literally defy gravity. It's absolutely amazing. So I wanted to ask you, obviously you're developing your skills, but
Mhm.
these skills, the aerials that you do, are more of a gymnast skills than
Yeah,
dancer skills, would you say?
yeah,
Did you
I would.
develop them? Mhm. Did you develop them earlier in your life or?
Yeah, earlier I just would, when I was home around, I would just flip around and try out new things. So most of my acrobatic skills, like aerials, back handsprings, were self-taught, which I don't know how I was so brave as a little kid. I would never try something out like that now. But yeah,
So, okay, once you discovered dancing, did you keep going with gymnastics or you quit it?
no, I quit it. Yeah.
You did. Okay, so what type of dancing did you do
What style of dance?
initially? Yes.
So I did do like a little bit of acrobatic dancing, but the first style I really started with was contemporary and jazz, which I still
Where's
am
your heart right now?
right now.
Hmm.
I think I used to always say contemporary, but I think now I'm leaning more towards the jazz funk side of it, just because I mean, it's for me, it's a way to express myself. I know a lot of people say they contemporary or lyrical because it's like slow movement. It's like very storytelling. But I can be like sassy and just like that's just my personality. I have a very bubbly personality, so I think jazz fits me the best. And then I just like music wise, I love pop music. I love Ariana Grande, Tate McRae. So it just obviously it's the style you dance to it.
Right.
So yeah,
It fits perfectly.
yeah.
All right, so right now you mentioned that you are here for college.
Mhm.
Is arts or dance your major or your major
Yeah.
is completely
No,
unrelated?
it's dance. Yeah.
Got it. So do you majorly dance at school, at college, or do you take additional classes?
Yeah. Right now it's been just at school, just because my schedule is really packed. But starting next semester, I have my Mondays off, so I'm hoping on those days I'll go and take classes at the big studios, just because I mean it's super important, obviously, to work with other choreographers and get yourself out there.
So tell me a little bit about your experience at school. You're a dance major, so I assume all the people in your program are dancers, but still, I believe that you are probably quite a high-profile dancer. Can you tell me about other students and what you are learning so far? So, like, how do you compare the level? What is
Mhm.
the level? What does it take to get into a program like that? And what is the most what are the benefits that you're getting so
Yeah,
far? What are you learning?
I would say a big thing with getting into like your top dream dance school would be being versatile. I mean, before I started college, I didn't train in many styles, but now that I'm in obviously training every single day, I mean, I've been taught tap now, ballroom, doing more hip hop. So I think I wish I had more of that before I came, because obviously it's new to me, it's fresh, and a lot of people here, especially in LA, are huge in the hip hop realm, and I'm not. So obviously that's been a little tricky for me. But I mean, everyone at the school is just super sweet, super supportive. So I don't feel, I don't feel any lower in that aspect at all. And then, um, What was your other question you asked?
Well, what are the biggest benefits that you are
Benefit.
getting? Like, what do you learn apart from like different? What are
Mhm.
you developing most?
I would say a big thing that I'm personally learning is choreography. I have never been good at choreography, I guess. It's never been something that comes easy for me. If I try to choreograph something, it takes hours, maybe days. And so my school is very heavily involved in choreography, and we have a bunch of choreography classes, and we have to do things on our own. Like my final for this semester, I had to create a whole dance of my own. So that was very challenging, but I honestly feel way more confident now in choreography since that class. So that's definitely what I'm mainly gaining out of this school, and also obviously being more versatile and learning from all different styles, which I think is really important for all dancers.
Just out of curiosity, how are your ballroom classes going? I'm a
Um,
ballroom dancer.
yeah,
I used to be ballroom dancer.
yeah. I mean, I haven't taken many, so I'm not that like involved in it, but it's really fun. It's a really fun style, and I just like I love it. I watch Dancing with the Stars all the time. It's so fun. I just love the costumes, the energy. It's just such a fun style, and I love like moving my hips and everything. So it is something I would say a goal of mine this year to take more ballroom classes because I really like it.
Yeah, no, it's probably far removed from what you do,
Yeah.
but it's definitely fun. Listen, what is the ratio of boys and girls in your school?
Yeah, it's definitely way more girls, obviously, which I mean, it's kind of sad because I wish more men would dance. I mean, it's so beautiful to watch a man dance. They dance so differently than us, which it's just so beautiful. I would say in my class, there's only two men, which is
For how
crazy.
many girls?
For how many? I think we have. I would say. I mean, it's small. I would say. I think we probably have like 30 girls,
Got it.
but still,
Still, I
it's
mean,
a big
still
difference.
the ratio is there.
Yeah.
I always joke that, if all the guys realize that if
Mhm.
they get to dance, they're gonna be around like gorgeous women dancing in the leotards and, and tight pants
Yeah.
all day long, there will be more men dancing.
Mhm.
So I'm on a quest to convincing, guys that maybe
Yeah.
they should try it. So listen, how much do you train? How many hours a day? Do you follow any diet? You are obviously in incredible shape. How many hours a day? What do you eat?
Yeah. So for school, I mean, it depends on my schedule, but I would say I have every day between one to probably three dance classes. So it can range and each of my classes are an hour and 50. So some days I'm dancing probably 4 hours, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, you're a dancer yourself. So,
It's a lot.
if you're dancing like hardcore for a whole hour and 50, it's a lot. And then obviously they warm you up in the beginning. So I'm doing like a bunch of core when I do warm up. And then, but like outside of school, sometimes if I have an early schedule and I get home early, I'll try to go to the gym. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't work out, but I try my
I just
best.
can't imagine. You dance for 4 hours and then you're supposed to go to the gym. It's like,
Yeah,
oh gosh,
but food
crazy.
wise, I mean, I don't put myself on a diet just because I mean, I think food, especially I'm burning so many calories a day. I think it's super important. But obviously, I do try to eat as healthy as possible. I mean, I think salads with protein is super good. But yeah.
At this point in your life, when you eat something unhealthy, does it affect your performance? So like let's say, you have a really heavy meal, French fries, burger, whatever, chips, and then you go the next day and you dance. Do you feel a difference or you does it affect you at all?
Honestly, I've never really thought about it. it doesn't cross my mind, but I'm sure it does. There's obviously some days when I feel super bloated that it's harder for me to dance, because a big thing with dance, at least for me, is like feeling confident in yourself. And if I don't feel confident and like don't like how I feel or look when I look at the mirror, obviously I don't dance as good as I could. So definitely, I think it does for sure play a part. But I mean, it's like a balance, because obviously you need food and you need energy, but you can't have too much, or else you're going to feel bloated and it may be harder to move, or your stomach hurts, or whatever it is. So it's definitely hard to find the balance of what's right and what's wrong.
So you mentioned confidence. How
Hmm.
do you stay confident? How do you, there's obviously a lot of competition, a lot of gorgeous people in LA, a lot of very skilled people.
I mean, it can be difficult at times, but I try to just remind myself that everyone is completely different, and we were given the body that we were for a reason. And what I have, like, everyone is special in their own way, and what someone may have, like, everyone has their own special qualities that no one else has. So I just try and remind myself that, and just know that obviously you have bad days, but when you have good days, I mean, it's obviously amazing. Like, it's the best feeling ever. And then when I do have bad days, I try to just remind myself that it's just a way to remind myself that I need to just push harder. And I mean, yeah, it is super competitive. I wish it wasn't as competitive, just because I mean, the dance community is already so small, and I feel like I just wish, we all could just come together, be friends, and help each other out, but sadly, the world is not like that.
So how is it? What's your experience with this competitive nature of this business?
I mean, just like audition process and trying to, I mean, a big thing now is people are getting hired. They hire their friends now, which is super. It's just not how it used to be. Obviously, it used to, like, auditions were such a big thing. In person,
Hmm.
especially, like, in person auditions were, that's just how it was. And now a lot of things are online, which makes it harder to be able to present who you are as a person, obviously, through a
Hmm.
camera. Um, and then also just people are hiring their friends now, so it gives less people a chance to get opportunities.
Hmm. Listen, how do you motivate yourself? Because you mentioned you dance 4.5 hours a day. Sometimes you go to the gym. What do you do when you wake up in the morning and you just are so tired and don't want to do it?
I just try to remind myself on the goals that I want to achieve, and it just helps me realize that I can't get there by doing nothing. And so, yeah, I guess that's probably the easiest way to help me.
What are your goals?
I mean, I have so many goals, because there's just so many things you can do in this world. Some of
All right,
them,
give me your top three or
okay,
top five.
top three, going on tour with an artist for sure. Maybe I think Ariana Grande would be my top choice for sure. Um, Definitely, I really want to be in a Target commercial, just because they're always so fun, and they always do like flips and stuff. So I think that, I don't know, that just seems fun for me. And then I also would like to be like on a Disney dance show, kind of like Shake It Up.
Got it.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. So, so I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into that because you're talking about your goals as a dancer.
Mhm.
Now, have you thought about your career in more long-term um, terms? So let's say you are a dancer right now, and I'm
Hmm.
sure you know that dancing has an expiration date. Just like athletes, we retire a lot earlier than anyone else because our bodies just cannot handle it. We
Yeah.
cannot perform on a highest level beyond certain age, and it's normally for women around 35ish, I would say, something
Yeah.
like that. Do you ever think about it? Does it scare you? Do you have a plan for what's after?
For sure. I mean, it scares me all the time, especially, I mean, we were just talking about how competitive the industry is, and even that scares me because what if I don't book the jobs that I want to book, or what if I'm not as successful as I wish to be? So, it is super scary, and I have thought about it. I actually just recently thought about it, and I think just with my flexibility and the tricks that I can do, I really hope to, when I graduate, start working on my brand as Zara Silver, and hopefully create an app or a web page or a studio, something where I can help other dancers out.
So you're thinking about teaching, essentially, or coaching or training program.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. So let's get into kind of the business side of this industry.
Mhm.
Uh, I know you are only 22, but you also released your own clothing line just when you were 15.
Yeah.
Tell me how this came about. How is it going? What have you learned from this experience?
hmm so I started that, I was probably 14 years old or 15 maybe. And I mean, I've just always loved fashion and clothing, especially athletic wear, just because I'm a dancer, so I'm always wearing sweats and leggings and sports bras. So I just went to my mom one day and told her the ideas that I had, and I had an iPad, so I sketched out different leggings that I would want to create, and so she was a big help with that and helped me a lot with finding people to help me with that. But then it was a lot harder than I thought it would be, because obviously I was super young, so for me it was just this really fun idea and something I wanted to just start. But it became really difficult, and I was young, so I could not manage it all. So I actually did stop it. I don't have it anymore, but I definitely, in the future, obviously when I get older and I understand business more and I can manage all of that, I for sure would like to open up another company.
But that's incredible because it was completely your initiative.
Yeah.
Any lessons apart from the fact that it is super hard?
Um, I think just, I would say to, the thing that I didn't do was I didn't sit down and like constantly think about how I could improve it or what other designs I could release. So I think just like what I learned was just always be prepared and always know that there isn't like a finish in a way, and just keep coming up with new ideas and keep practicing and working hard, because that's something I lacked with that, and that's why it was so difficult, because my mom would come up to me and would tell me that I need to come up with new ideas, and I would have nothing, and then I just couldn't come up with anything else. So yeah, it just, that was like when I kind of knew that I think I I think I didn't love it as much as I thought I did, because obviously if I did,
Mhm.
I would have put a lot more time into it and would have thought about a lot more ideas. So, I mean, I think I was just young, so I think, um, I don't try and beat myself down for it, just because, again, I was super young. and I don't think it could be fully over for me. I mean, I would really love to start it up again when I'm older.
No, honestly, I think it's amazing that you did that and you had that experience. And we learn from every experience. And I
Yeah.
think, the second time around, perhaps you can partner up with someone who um, can implement your ideas, or you can explain to them what do you need as a dancer, what you would like as a dancer. Um, and you can be a part of it, and someone else can take care of the aspects of this business that you are not quite interested um, about. But listen, you have quite a significant following on social media. And, in today's era, anyone can really be an influencer and have an online business and have a good idea and reach millions of people across the
Mhm.
globe. The internet really opened up the whole world. How have you taken advantage so far of this new, I would say, digital era? Have you be able to generate income, book jobs, get sponsorships, or
Mhm.
any sort of thing like that?
Yeah, for sure. I've had a few people reach out to me for sponsorships, mostly clothing companies, which makes sense because they obviously want to show that their clothing is works with movement. So a lot of clothing companies have reached out to me for sponsorships, and then I also get some like PR sent, which is really nice. I like it's really amazing to see when a company will like send me something because I always end up loving it, and then I end up buying even more of it, which is, I mean, it's a great business tactic for their side of it. And yeah, I mean, I
Right? You
think,
become a client and
yeah,
you advertise their product.
exactly, yeah. Hmm.
Well, next time you should tell them they should pay you.
Yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, I get it, but I also feel bad, you know?
What do you mean you feel bad?
Um, I don't know. Just sometimes I think just because of people people think influencers, obviously people who aren't influencers, they think their job is super easy and that you don't put any work into it. So I think when I hear all of that and people being like, I don't understand why influencers are getting paid and all, you know. So I think in that way I feel bad just because I mean there are people, or I don't know. I don't want to, cuz I do think social media it is a lot and people don't realize that. But then also there are like other jobs that I feel that are harder, you know?
Oh, of course, absolutely. But
Yeah.
if there is a company that profits off of you
Mhm.
and you give them business, then perhaps it's not like you are not working hard. Here's the thing: you're
Yeah.
22 years old and you literally working your butt off for this.
Yeah.
You're not sitting at home like a lot of
Mhm.
you have to look at it from this way. There are a lot of young people that sit at home and play video games and
True.
sit in front of their iPad and scroll through other people's social media. You already have this incredible skill, which is dancing and acrobatics, and you have this incredible following, and you're working incredibly hard, probably harder than most of the people your age.
Yeah.
Um, I strongly believe that you could value yourself more, and you should not feel about it.
Yeah.
You should not feel bad about it.
Mhm.
So, so listen. So we are talking about the influencers
Mhm.
and how to benefit. How do you create? Do you consciously create your brand, or you just kind of post um, whatever is happening with your life?
Yeah, I mostly just post um I post a lot of just obviously dance content and it's not necessarily a brand that I'm trying to create. I'm just trying, I mean, it's just fun for me. I love creating videos
Content.
and editing them. I honestly really enjoy the editing part of making videos. So it's just something that I love, and I just love putting it out there because obviously it's a form of art. So that's just for me. I love just putting it out there and just seeing how people interact with it, and then I love creating more for obviously my followers to see.
Mm-hmm. But so far, correct me if I'm wrong, you were not able to really monetize it, or have you?
No, not much. A little bit on Facebook and then a little bit on Threads, the Instagram Threads. But Instagram itself and TikTok, they don't pay me.
So can you elaborate how do you monetize the Instagram threads, for example?
Yeah, so for Instagram Threads, you have to be invited to it, so you'll get a message on Instagram saying, "Hey, you are able to monetize on Threads." And then you have to post. So for me, I mean, it's different depending on how many followers you have, but you have to have it's like in a span of a month, you have to have 5 posts that reach up to 1,750 views, which seems like easy to get, but for some reason it's hard on Threads to get a lot of views. So each post of the each 5 of the posts separately have to have 1,750 views,
Yeah,
and then
that's a
once
lot.
you have those 5, you'll reach like 200, and then it just keeps. Then you need like an extra 5 more to reach. I think it's 375, and then so I mean it is a little difficult, but it's something, some extra money.
So this is the money that would directly come from Instagram,
Yeah.
not from you promoting other brands, endorsing other products, or right.
No.
Yeah, I think you have quite substantial following, and I think you are focusing on developing yourself at the moment. But I think uh, with the fan base that you have, you could definitely create a product
Mhm.
and monetize product as if, as you were saying, training program. You know, if you could teach
Yeah.
people how to do some of the things that you do. I know not everyone can do it, but I'm sure there could be some ways of helping others or explaining how to get there in the long run. Um, so tell me what uh, apart from social media, you know, and the editing of the videos and all that, how do you promote yourself? Because you need to get your name out there to be visible in the dance community. Are there any other things that you do?
Not currently because I'm just so busy with school. I mean, this year I've already started because my main platforms were Instagram and TikTok, but now I'm just trying to expand, and I've been posting on Snapchat, Spotlight, Threads, Facebook, and then I want to also hopefully um, post more on YouTube. I would love to post vlogs. I mean, that's something I love to watch. I love just watching people's daily lives. And so that's something I definitely want to start doing. But besides, I mean, that goes with social media. So besides social media, right now I'm currently not doing anything else to promote myself.
And do you audition or you can't really take any jobs while you're at school?
I do. I have a few casting sites that I'm signed up to on my phone, so I'm obviously every day I'm constantly looking at them and seeing if there's new updates on them, and I'll just apply to anything that applies to me. And then sometimes they'll get back to me and then I have to send in an additional video, or there'll be like an in-person audition and then I'll go to that. And then I also I have a dance agent as well. So obviously through there, sometimes they send me audition opportunities as well.
After you're done with school, what is your plan, immediate plan? Like you graduated, you take the summer off, maybe go to Europe or whatever, wherever you go. What's next?
Yeah, I mean, I have 3 semesters left, so that's something obviously is on like the top of my mind. I mean, I'm thinking about that all the time. Definitely, obviously, expanding on social media and trying to grow on that there because I do really, I would really like to do YouTube. I mean, I love YouTube. I've watched YouTube all my life, and I just really, like I told you, I really enjoy editing too. So that is something I would like to do. But then also, what I spoke to you about creating my own brand, my studio, or something like that, I definitely would start working on that right after college.
I would say that at this point in your life, you're in a very good place in your career. You're progressing. Now, what would success overall mean to you in life? What would it look like? How do you measure success?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people feel very differently about what success means to them, but for me, it's just obviously I want to be super healthy, be really happy. I want to have a family of my own, and I really want a golden retriever. So just that, and then I want to just hopefully pursue as much as I can with dancing, because that's a huge passion of mine and it makes me really happy. So just, I mean, that's how I see success, just happy, living life. Yeah.
Is there any advice that you could give to someone who is starting to dance or it's not quite there yet, at the place where you are? And, I often hear people say, oh, complain about, I don't know, my legs are not long enough, I am too big, I'm not flexible. Some people are not born with certain flexibility. Um, all those little things, or I don't know, my feet are too big, my feet are too small, whatever it is. What advice would you give to someone who feels like they are stuck or they lacking confidence in their abilities?
Yeah, I mean, the advice I would give is just first take as many classes as you can, just because that is something I learned from going to college, is that being versatile is really important, because you never know when you're going to use a style. You could be on a TV show and they are like, oh, we want you to do this, we want you to do ballet, or something that you may not be super trained in. So, or singing, that's something I need to work on too, because I know a lot of auditions you'll go to and they'll ask you to sing. I did turn down an audition because I don't know how to sing, and singing was a big part of it. So that is something I want to work on this year, is taking singing lessons and acting lessons, because just all of that is really important. Even if it's not something you want to do, I mean, you're going to have to use it probably at some point in your life, whether you want to or not. And another thing is just reminding yourself that you are special. You obviously, there's no one like you, and just because you can't do, like, say 5 turns doesn't mean you can't book your dream job, because it just depends on what they're looking for. And I mean, everyone has their own special skills. So I think just remembering that, and remembering that you have a gift that other people don't have. And yeah.
Listen, is there anything you wish you knew coming into this whole industry, moving to LA and going to school, an advice that you wish someone gave you?
I definitely I definitely wish that I knew how important singing and acting was from being a dancer, and then also how important it is to know all the different styles, especially hip hop, because it obviously depends on what um, where you're going towards your goal for dance, whether you want to go on Broadway or if you want to go on tour with someone. I think doing research is really important because I didn't realize what the difference was from being a commercial dancer to like a concert dancer. So I think researching exactly what you want to do and realize what you need for that to succeed. So for me, I'm going towards the commercial side of things. So obviously singing and acting is really important for that, but I didn't know that before coming to school. And then
So what
also,
is the difference? Go ahead.
oh, just also hip hop as well. I didn't train hip hop until I came out here. So, yeah.
So, so what is the difference between a commercial dancer and concert dancer?
So, well, commercial is more style wise. It doesn't necessarily have to be jazz, funk, and hip hop, but it's obviously anything that is filmed. And then concert dancing is more ballet, contemporary, dance companies, Broadway. Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Hmm.
you're gearing towards commercial dancer.
Yeah.
Growing up, did you have any idea? So did you know right away you want to be, let's say, in a TV series and not? So where does okay? Let me phrase it a different way. You mentioned that you would love to go on a tour with Ariana Grande. Where
Yeah.
does that fall in?
That is
Is that
commercial.
commercial dancing or tour?
Yeah, that's commercial.
All right. Uh, have you ever done any type of tours or prefer like where is the place where you can showcase your dance right now? Have you performed in front of the big audience? I know your big audience is on social media, but in terms of on a stage or anywhere in front of you know people.
I have for like school performances, but outside of that, not really. And I hope to soon. But it's difficult to find out where those opportunities are.
How do you feel about performing? Do you think you're a good performer?
I love it. I sometimes I will think that because I just recently had a performance at my school, and I was getting a little stressed and hard on myself because I just felt like I wasn't doing as good as I could have. But then as soon as I got on the stage, a flip switched, and it just felt so good. I just love performing, and I just dance so much better, and my face performance is just so much better. So I think the stage is just where I need to be, and obviously it makes my heart super happy.
How about competitions? Because
Mm,
um, in ballroom dancing, the way well, right now we have a lot more avenues to perform because there has been a TV show, and I myself produced stage productions with where we had ballroom dancers in it. But apart from that, it's mostly competing. Ballroom dancing originates from couples going to competitions and they dance, they round, and they get to the final. But it's a form of performance. You have people watching you and applauding. Have you ever thought or participated in competitions?
did I ever do? I did competition when I was younger, but I only did it for a year just because it wasn't my thing. But if you're talking about a competition, like a dance competition show, like So You Think You Can Dance, that's a dream of mine. I would obviously love to do that.
Why don't you audition? Do they have auditions? I don't even know.
Yeah, yes. I think I auditioned, I think it was last year or maybe 2 years ago, but I did. I did audition.
Got it. Well, I'm also talking about competitions like on conventions. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I did when I was younger. But it wasn't my thing. I don't know why. I didn't really like it.
Well, you know what? I don't blame you. I'm not into competitions myself.
Yeah.
When it's something like Dancing with the Stars, let's say, it's a different type of competition because not everything it's you're dancing with a non-professional. It's
Yeah.
really not a competition for you because if you dance with a 60 or 70-year-old person, there's no way that person can compete with a 20-year-old gymnast or ice skater, right? Uh,
Right.
but but I don't like competition because in general because I think it takes away a lot from dancing and the expression of it. It puts the focus on the wrong thing. I think dancing should not be, oh, I wanna I wanna do this to beat everyone and to be better. I think it should be about expressing yourself in performance. And I often say that competition leads to certain deformities in performance. So let's say, uh, you know, everyone tries to be faster, more flexible, and do more spins, and then you're losing the artistry of it.
Ex-
So just from that perspective. All right. Well, listen. Is there anything that you would like to promote, or you have coming up? And if not, just share with us how can we find you on social media and how can fans engage with you?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Zara Silver. My TikTok is Zara.silver and my YouTube is Zara Silver.
So you do have a YouTube channel.
I do. I just don't post a lot on there.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you
I
so
wish you the
much.
best luck.
Thank
I wish you
you.
the best luck in your endeavors. I'll be watching you. I think you are fantastic and you have a very bright future in front of you. So best luck to you and we'll be watching you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.